When we're buying tools, what's better, old or new? I'm going to show you. So if you've ever gone to a garage sale, you've probably seen a lot of tools like this one, which they're older. And because of that, a lot of people sell these tools for really cheap. But are they actually better than some of these newer tools? And the answer to that is it really depends on what it is that you're looking for. Are you looking for feature or are you looking for function? Okay. A lot of these tools operate very, very similar. One of the biggest differences is the quality of the tool itself. This tool here is a Ryobi belt sander, 3-inch belt sander that I bought from a big box store. Okay. And for what it is, it's a good sander. It's got lots of really cool features, an easy way to release the belt, all kinds of stuff. The downfall that I don't like about this is plastic. Now, in addition to that, this one here has got a dust bag on it, but it doesn't collect everything. There's a lot of dust that this thing generates that it fires all over the place. Okay. Now, this one here, like a lot of the tools we see nowadays, this is a made in China tool, which that isn't to say that it's a bad thing. Okay. But we never know how the quality is going to be. There's a lot of people with mixed opinions on Ryobi tools. I'm perfectly fine with them. Okay. Now, let's move over to this old one here. So as you can see on the dust collection bag, I'll show you right here. I know it's upside down, but this is a belt sander made by Skill. Now, Skill nowadays, a lot of us don't look at Skill the same. They look at it as a cheap brand. Back in the day, this was a top of the line tool. This was actually a belt sander that belonged to my grandfather. And the nice part about this thing is the entire thing is metal. The only thing in here that's plastic is a little bit of plastic found on the gears inside where the belt is. Everything else on this is metal. Even the trigger is metal. So definitely a positive over top of this one is that this one is built stronger and it's going to last a lot longer. Hence, we're 2024 and this thing is still running strong. Downfall to that, it's heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. Now, the good part about it having that weight is it's got a lot of down pressure on the piece of material already. You don't have to apply any down pressure. Now, you shouldn't be doing that when you're using a belt sander anyways, right? There's no need to do it. This one doesn't naturally. Now, interesting part to this one is that this one is made by Skill in the USA. So this one's completely built in the USA, and it's actually branded right here as a Model 595 dustless. So here's the interesting part about when it says dustless. So very similar on both belt sanders is that the dust is collected from the spinning of the motor. That's pretty normal for a belt sander. Here's one of the big differences. On this one here, this has a vacuum channel where the motor sucks the dust up from this part right here and blows it into the bag. So when this thing is running, this bag completely inflates and it puts out very little dust by comparison to this one. Okay. So I'm going to show you a little test of these so that way you can see the difference between the two. One thing to remember, safety first. Whenever you're going to be using something like this, make sure you've got a mask on so that way you're not inhaling all of that dust. Okay, so for this, I'm going to show you using this really, really rough piece of cherry wood. Now, on my old belt sander, I have got an 80 grit sandpaper on here. On the new belt sander, this is a 50 grit. So this one's rougher, which means that it should remove material faster, whereas this one should remove it a little bit slower. So let's give this a try. So that was just a few seconds. And as you can see, it actually took quite a bit of that roughness out, which is good. So now we're going to flip this around and we're going to run the older belt sander on this side. So if we look at that, we're actually a little bit smoother. And one of the reasons for that is because this is running an 80 grit. That's running a 50 grit. Overall surface area, this belt sander, the older one, was actually able to sand this down a little bit quicker versus this one here. That if you can see, it didn't actually get down as far. We've got some clear wood here, which means it sanded a little bit deeper, but not here. If you look at this one is a less aggressive grit, but it actually got down faster. And one of the reasons for that is because of the weight. Now, both of them did put off some of this really fine dust, and you're never going to be able to get away from that. But as you can see right here, so up here is my vacuum attachment right here, okay? And in addition to collecting the dust from here, it's also collecting the dust up in this area here. So it's actually collecting it a little bit better. So based on that little test, we can see that there's a little bit of difference between these two. It's not a huge difference by any means. And the tools that we can buy now, they can be just as good as the ones, the older tools. That goes for the same, the old tools can also be just as good as the new ones, right? If we look at this, and you may be able to see this just a tiny bit better here, but this was the new sander. This was the old sander. This was a more aggressive grit on the sandpaper at a 50 grit versus the one on the old sander being an 80, but the 80 still went down faster. Obviously, it's a little bit smoother. That goes without saying because of the grit difference, but it went down a lot faster, likely because some of the weight that this thing has. So when it comes to buying tools, don't be afraid to spend a little bit less money and get some of these old ones. You might be able to find one like this at a garage sale for 20 bucks versus this one is going to cost you probably around $100 in store to buy, and it's made with nowhere near the quality that this one is. Given that this one is from, I believe it's late 60s or 70s, the fact that it still works, everything is metal, even the trigger on this is metal, it just means that this thing is lasting the test of time, right? So don't be afraid to buy old stuff. I've got quite a few old tools that were passed down to me, and they're always good to use, and they're reliable because I know they're going to work. They're both going to put off this fine dust. This one just happens to put off a little bit less than this one. So each tool is going to be unique in its own way. Probably the biggest difference is build quality. Plastic versus metal, China versus made in the USA. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as well as share this video with anybody you think might be able to benefit from it. All right? Until next time, happy cutting.